way, this young lady was in Mad Men in the background in an episode with John Hamm. So,
thanks, Gino.
Gino Salomon, the Dish Network, and Fox Milwaukee. It is a thrill for me when I enjoy someone's work so much to see their career evolving, and that's how I feel about you. Just really, really happy.
Thank you very much.
In fact, I interviewed your father at one point, and I didn't know your lineage, and I was still a huge fan. So see, that's what a talented actor you are.
Well, thank you.
Your thoughts when you get this role? This is quite a franchise in the making, I think.
Yeah. I love the role. I love the idea of having a part where you get to make 3 very distinct impressions on an audience, you know, and you're because of the sort of the twists with the character, that you get to change the way the audience feels about your character, and that's a great opportunity if you have that in the short space of time that the character is actually on screen. Is that you really keep shifting the way that you want them to think about your character. It's great.
When a writer makes something that has a baby like this franchise and then hands it off to a director, sometimes that's not a harmonious relationship. Thankfully, in this case, it is.
Yeah.
How often is she on the set, and what discussions do you have with her?
Well, she, as far as I understand, she was there in the pre-production period. She came to a read-through. There was some fairly heavy sort of changes that went on after the read-through in terms of either dialogue or structure and stuff like that, that she was involved in. And then I met her on set, but at that point she was also in the midst of writing her next book. So in terms of the amount of focus that she could give. But I think also she understood that as a storyteller, you need to hand over, you need to trust the people that you're handing it over to. So she must have gotten a good feeling from them already. But you have to let there can only be one captain on the ship, you know what I mean? And they need to be the one who's responsible for making the decisions. So, and one of the discussions that I had with Harold and with Robert was that, particularly because my character was responsible for establishing the mythology and explaining the world that these people were in, that scene that he has with Lily's character near the beginning of the story, that we had to get it right, we had to make it really clear, and it had to be completely consistent with the mythology in the books, so that we didn't want to contradict anything. We had to make and it was difficult to do because you've got to shrink it down into about 4 minutes, and that's about 12 pages in the book where he explains that entire world. So, and we worked on that really very, very seriously for about 3 or 4 days of just writing, rewriting, rewriting.
You mentioned Lily. I come away from this film just so impressed with her, and you know, a great star in the making. What are your thoughts on Lily?
I agree. Yeah, absolutely. You know, she's a great presence. She's has a great rapport with the camera. You know, you can tell that it picks up everything. So, I agree.
I love something too that has a legion of fans that are so loyal and clamor for it to come out and can't wait. Are you prepared for that? For the questions, people coming up to you saying, "Oh, I'm a huge fan of this."
You know, I think I don't have the moustache and the wig, so I might escape some of that. But for my interactions with them so far, they have seen the movie and they love it. And that's really the most important hurdle in the beginning to get over, is that you've made a movie that the fans, not that they can just embrace, but that it has it's lived up to their imagination of what they wanted this world, what they wanted to see in this world. And that's a really, really tough thing to do. And they've all said that they absolutely love it.
Well, and I enjoyed it too, and I'm not that target, so I thank you.
You.
Great pleasure. Thank you so much.